Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen and my YouTube channel. I usually shoot in my living room, but today I'm going to be shooting from this part of the house and showing you this side of my life because I like cooking in the kitchen. So, as Rebecca starts, subscribe, like, share, and enjoy this video. Okay, story time. A while ago, my nieces came to visit and I baked a carrot cake. The carrot cake was really good. And they enjoyed it so much so that the last time they came to my house, they sang me a song. This song. Now, I baked a chocolate cake this last time they came and they went home and composed another song for me. My sister had to call me and play me a video of, them singing and they've been screaming for chocolate cake since then. So I'm hoping that today, with the cake I want to bake, I'll complete the album, right? Because I'm visiting today and they asked for a chocolate cake. It's almost 7 a.m. I have church soon, but I need to bake the cake and take her and I'm going to church. Their church, which is my church as well, before I move. So join me as I bake a cake and also talk about a few things. So, I don't know if I should be giving recipe. I feel like if you want recipe for my cake, you should send me an email or something. Or where's the where's the recipe? I think the recipe is on my phone. The recipe is on my phone. Yeah. I probably should have written it out. Uh Recipe is on my phone. 2 cups of flour, 8 tablespoons of okay, so you're starting with flour. Shout out to Chef Opper for the recipe actually. He gave me this chocolate cake recipe and it has been a hit. So shout out to Chef Opper. Say hi. Okay, so and then shout out to Dupe as well for the measuring cup. She just gave me this measuring cup. Thank you. Is that so speaking about music, right? Yeah. This is leftover flour from the batch I had before I bought a new batch. Okay. Speaking about music, last week I went to watch the movie Sinners in the cinema with a few friends. Spoiler alert, in case you haven't watched it, I'm going to say a few things. So if you haven't watched it, you can pause here and, I don't know, come back when you've watched it. But not too much spoilers anyways. The movie was really good. I think it was the first time in a long while at a cinema that I felt like I was watching something really interesting. Though you can feel the movie, the emotions at every day. And I know the movie is an horror movie. It's supposed to be scary. It is scary. I screamed. I shouted, Chimo. And then, hell, okay. I'm so doubting that ew, ew is not far from my mouth. So, it was really good. But the more it wasn't, like all it points to the movie for me is the power of music. So, like I said, my nieces composed songs for me because of cake. And the music was, they sang the song and it was really good. And then when you come to the movie Sinners, there's just the way they portrayed the power of music was so powerful. Especially this scene where the guy was singing, yeah, for those who have watched it, and all the ancestors, both past and present, from different cultures were appearing. If you didn't feel that part of the movie, I don't know what you felt. It was, I was in the cinema and I could feel the spirits. I could actually feel the emotions that I think they wanted us to feel. And that's just music for you. It's healing. It can bring you down. It can bring you up. It can do so many things. But we tend to forget how powerful music can be. We get to forget that sometimes it is a way into our soul. So, what kind of music do I like? I do like a number of secular music. I like people like Adele, Tom Odell, uh, and a few other people. There are a few songs from so I might not like or know their entire album, but I do know a few of their songs. Where's cocoa powder? So you know it's chocolate cake, not Milo cake. Okay, so I'm done mixing the dry ingredients up. Doesn't pour. So it's time to mix the wet ingredients. It's in very rich. If I charge for this cake, if I charge for this, okay. So something interesting. My niece asked last session here, asked me why I put 2 holes in my pit milk, and I hope yeah. I'm sure the rest of you, well, I'm sure you guys know already. But for those that don't know, when you open just one, it comes out slowly. So you open 2 so that you can just pour everything out at once. Shikila. It's faster that way. If you're looking for the scientific explanation for it, I don't know it. Two eggs. Or 1 cup of milk. I did you very well. only kiss me a second. So I think music is very powerful. From the movie Sinners, you see the way they try to pass that message. Especially in that scene where the guy was singing. First, he has a very, very good voice, a very, very melodious voice. And the way the voice was able to conjure up spirits, ancestors, and even invited the, devil himself, the vampire guy, right? So I do believe in the power of music. And even in the cinema, in that moment, it was so powerful. I felt it. That's is probably my favorite scene. Aside the scary stuff, that was my favorite scene when he was singing and all the spirits came up. You could feel it in the music, you could feel it in the voice. And that's exactly how music is. Think about it. When you're sad, you listen to music. You're happy, you listen to music. You're sad, you listen to music, you feel better. Or you're sad, you listen to music and everything just seems to make sense again, right? So music is really powerful. It's also, the gateway to spirituality. You're in church, you're singing to God. The music takes you from one point to the other where you feel like you've connected to the heavens, right? Music is such a tool. Somebody pointed out to me that Lucifer, that's the devil, was the musician in heaven at the time, right? He was an artist, he sings, and he was in heaven. So to show you the power of music, right? For me, I think that is one of the powerful messages of the movie Sinners. It was scary, I was shouting, hell, as the better woman that I am, away is not far from my mouth. What's the something I just say, away? So it was really, really, really funny. It's really interesting. If you haven't watched it, I think you should. And you should look out for that particular theme in the movie, music. But something you should also think about, right? There are so many conspiracy theories, and I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, right? I do believe in a few conspiracy theories. So there's the whole conspiracy theory around music, the Illuminati, and so much more. There has to be something about music for there to be so much conspiracy around it. So music is powerful. You should be watchful of what we listen to, right? I personally listen to gospel music as well as some secular music. I do like a few artists. I like Adele, Tom Odown. I like a bit of Queens. If you don't know Queens, we'll rock you, and a few other of their songs. And I'm not really about the artists. I'm mostly that kind of person that likes a few songs, and then you now find out who the artist is. Not like you like the artist and you like all their songs. So there are just a few songs that I really do like. Bruno, I like Bruno, and a few other people. So let me know what kind of music you listen to, what music means to you, what you think about the power of music in the comment section. Well, I continue to bake this cake and clean up because the kitchen is looking a bit upside down. Okay, so still speaking about power of music, I remember in 2020 December when I lost my dad, there was a particular song that I'd been listening to weeks before that happened. I mean, these were trying, he was sick, take it to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. But then there was this particular song, this year, if you know this one, right? And that song had, to be honest, could be in a state of peace, right? Leading to that moment, I was already in a state of, I would sing, I don't know, for some reason. And it was the first time I was hearing the song in 2020. It was the first time. I think I saw it in somebody's WhatsApp status some weeks before, and I liked it. I went to YouTube, listened to the song, and I was listening to it. Weeks, days leading up to, the day my dad passed. And to be honest, it hurt, but I was in such a place of peace that it was a little easier to handle, right? And since then, I've been so convinced of the power of music, because I think, if I'm being honest with myself, that song and the states the song had put me in is one of the reasons that, it was easier to handle. I was just at peace, right? It was easier to accept. Okay, not handle, but easier to accept, right? So yeah, music is powerful. What do you listen to? Think about it. Fun fact: you can hear any sounds in the background. That is me washing the clothes I'm supposed to wear in 1 hour to church with this cake that I'm baking. Don't be like me. Bloody washing wear in the morning and then throwing it into the washing machine. And it's still, God help me. God help me. Still washing. Alright. Clean up on aisle 4. I really need to go to the shower.
A few moments later.
Ouch, that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Alright. So, funny enough, we have our cake. Hold that in. So, moist chocolate cake's ready. I'm just going to let it cool for a bit and then I'll bring them out. And in the meantime, let me go wear the dress I'm about to wear for church that I just brought out of the washing machine 3 minutes ago. Okay, so dress for church. There's really no time for me to do makeup today because I've exhausted the time I have and I want to be in church on time. Because personally, I think praise and worship is like really important. I just like praise and worship. There you have the word, but see praise and worship? I don't like to joke with you. I don't like to miss it. So the cake is ready. I'm just going to take a smaller one to show you. I've never baked the cake in a circular container yet. It's always square, but trust me, this is delicious. And the measurement to be in the video so you can recreate it at home. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed this, and be more mindful of what you listen to in terms of music, because it's important. Let me know what kind of songs you like. Let's see if we vibe on the same level at any level. Okay, guys. Bye bye. See you next time. Like, subscribe, and share.